Hey guys, I'm Davina, and today we are making a mini crumble cheesecake that's completely gluten-free, dairy-free, and sugar-free. So let's get to making it. Okay, so we're going to make the almond flour wafer inside of the molds, and these are the molds that we're using to make the cheesecake in. So the only ingredients you'll need: super fine almond flour, some granulated monk fruit, baking powder, vanilla, coconut oil, and salt. And this is going to be the base of the wafer crust. So mix everything up in a hand mixer, all the dry ingredients, then add the semi-melted coconut oil and the vanilla extract until you get a nice texture like that you see here. You want it to be able to be binding together, but still be a bit crumbly, as you can see. Yeah, like you want to still be able to form it, but you don't want it to be too wet or too dry. So I'm taking a tablespoon at a time and putting them into the molds like this.
Music licensing reimagined.
While you're forming these in the mold, make sure you're preheating the oven to 325 Fahrenheit. And then you want to have another baking sheet lined with parchment paper that's just to make the extra wafer cookies. And this will just be extra, while also we're going to make it to have the crumble on top. So the garnishes, if you will. So I'm not making these perfect because not really using them, they're going to be crumbled up at the end. So we're going to bake the wafers for 30 minutes until they're completely hardened. And while the wafers are baking and cooling, then I'm going to go into making the whipped cream cheese filling, which is basically just whipping up vegan heavy cream cheese with some powdered stevia, and then adding a tablespoon of the instant pudding mix. And while that's whipping up, I'm going to blend or put it through a food processor the cream cheese sour cream extract, and then I'm going to fold it all together. So it's like that. Then I'm using some French vanilla almond creamer to put on top of the cooled down wafer crust, then adding the whipped cream filling in each mold. And these are the extra cookies, and as I was just saying, we're making them into a crumble, so just making sure they're pretty finely crumbled. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then melting the chocolate. You can either do this in the microwave or on a double boiler, and then start topping those little mini cheesecakes. So do it with the crumble, and then I like to put the melted chocolate in a piping bag, so that's a little cleaner. You can see the front ones. I was just using a spoon, and it gets a little bit messy. So this is how you make the finer lines. It's just putting it through a piping bag, and just drizzle that chocolate. Then you're going to put these in the freezer. I like to do them overnight and then take them out to thaw out for like 30 minutes at room temperature, or you can, after freezing them, keep them in the fridge to thaw out before serving it. But this is how they turn out, and it's just so soft, delicious, guilt-free because they're sugar-free, and just such an amazing texture that melts in your mouth. Enjoy. The full recipe's on the website.